Yeah, I think where Deputy Carty is coming from, I know the piles around Castle Pollard, I know piles as well. And there was a problem arose last year, Ger, where some private individuals had piles that they'd be bringing to, that they'd have piled up, and then you'd haul it away in the lorry on the moving floor trailer and bring it to the place where you'd be processing it. But the EPA, in their great judgment, decided that they'd start following people around roads and start telling, and they don't do what they're supposed to do, but they went around the roads following people and was insinuating that the pile of peat that was in a place and to be harvested the year or two before that, like you probably have peat harvested up to whatever 2020, but they were insinuating that it needed planning permission to move it, and I think that's why the line of question has come on. That's what good for the goose is good for the gander, and that had ye that problem, or was it just on private individuals that was getting it? It would be, I'd say what he was coming at. So you were saying that you had no problem, so that's good that they're not following you around the roads anyhow. In the line of wind and wind farms, Ger, we have a situation where Bordnamona has teamed up with the ESB in Owenwinnie and Mayo, and as you're aware, that a company has gone into receivership, and there is subcontractors badly affected. We would have contacted our class to be year lands, and you'd be co-financing, and we would have contacted Deputy Ring and Deputy Conway, Deputy Cleary. Would have contacted the DSB, but they seem to don't, the phones mustn't be working on it because no one ever got back to us on somebody meeting and trying to resolve this issue. And I think a message needs to go back to whoever in the DSB. I presume ye have the year 50-50 is what we're being told, that it was unfortunate to think that 2 northern outfits were brought down in the last week to go pricing. There's 3 turbines left to put up. There's, I think, 28 altogether, 28 done and 3 to go up, while the contractors that were on site, built an airport one time, one of them, or done the runway, they were doing all the work on this. Basically, Roadbridge or Mulcair's was there in name, and they were doing all the work, and they have put in a proposal. They've all come together, the people that were working on it, and they had all the expertise, but no one got back to them. I presume Bordnamona will get involved in this and give a fair hearing to somebody rather than 2 northern outfits coming down looking at a job that locals were doing. And I just, if you're talking to DSB or someone in Bordnamona, let's be very clear on this, that there won't be machines going in anywhere unless them people in the west of Ireland are sorted. I want that message to go back. Whoever in your organisation is dealing with DSB, I want that message to go back loud and clear, because in fairness to the politicians I've mentioned, and indeed myself, it's not my area, but I'm from a construction background, and there'll be no northern person coming down walking in on top of people in the west of Ireland. So you can give that message to the DSB and to your own people in Bordnamona.
Okay. Do you want to pass any comment?
Well, look, Oireachtas Power DAC is a joint venture between ESB and Bordnamona, as outlined by the Deputy. The Oireachtas Power DAC has engaged Roadbridge as a contractor for the civil works associated with the project. The Oireachtas project team is aware of the reported issues at Roadbridge. A receiver has been appointed into Roadbridge. Given that a receiver has been appointed, it's not appropriate to suppose representatives of Oireachtas Power DAC to meet any delegations at this time. We've obviously got to work through the situation.
Why so, Jared? Hold on now. Why so? And I'll name them if you want them. And some of them have connections with fairly big outfits here in Ireland. Why so is the project manager or the director from DSB, who's from Northern Ireland, why is 2 northern companies came down looking at the job for pricing it? And I'll bring proof if I need to. So let's deal with facts now, not what's not appropriate and what is appropriate.
Okay, look, I'll take on board the message you've given us. I'll take it back to the project team.